What's up, everybody? It's Chris from Koral Kreations, and today I'm going to show you how to unpack and assemble your Koral Kreations mini terrarium ornament. With these, some of them I'm able to ship the sand in the containers as long as I get enough wrapping to hold the sand in place. Other ones, I do have to ship the sand separately inside one of these little tubs. So it'll have to be added into one of these. So the first one I'll show you is the one with the sand in it. This is going to have multiple pieces of tissue paper usually. This one only has two. Some have 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of tissue paper depending on how the coral is packed in there. So you might need a pair of tweezers to get into the back part of it. But for this one, it's pretty easy. The front, be able to just pull this part out. It should be very lightly stuffed on top. And then this layer here is going to be more wrapped around the coral and in the sand. So it should separate right about in front. You are going to spill a little bit of sand, so just do it on a safe surface. And you should be able to just kind of flip this up and over the coral itself instead of pulling off the bottom, just so you don't pull all the sand out. Just slowly kind of work it out. You don't want to pull the coral off. You don't want to break it. They are delicate. There we go. We got it up and over. And work your way out. Then I take something like a skewer or a toothpick and just kind of fluff the sand back up. Sand probably became packed down when I was pushing down the tissue paper to hold it all in place. So with this, you'll just kind of go around. You could go through the holes in the side of it here and get all the back pieces. And if the sand did jump up and get into the coral a little bit, you can use a simple brush. This is a brush from like a hair buzzing kit. You could use a makeup brush, or if you are a fellow artist, it's awesome. Thank you for supporting Koral Kreations. You can use something like a little paintbrush. So these little paintbrushes are good for getting any kind of bits of sand off the glass or off the coral itself. And there's your final result. It'll look just like it did in the photograph. The other style, you won't have the sand in here. This is going to be just tissue paper packing, just in case the coral came loose in the shipping process, just to keep it from banging around inside the glass piece. So this should come right out pretty easily. And then you'll have your tub of sand. So the sand is packed into one of these little containers. What I do is just take any piece of paper, put a fold in it, and you'll take your sand. We'll put it out onto the piece of paper using that same skewer, toothpick, the pair of tweezers, whatever you want to use. I do give more sand than is needed sometimes, so you might not have to use it all. So you could leave a little bit behind and just top off as you need. And just take this and kind of fluff this sand up also, just so the chunks are all broken down, make it a little easier. And from here you have two options. If you have a very small measuring spoon, this is a 1/8 teaspoon. If you have one of these, this works. You could scoop in and go down the side. You could do another one, you go down the other side, and then you could just kind of shake the ornament around, and it'll just bring it down to the back side. And you continue doing that until you get the whole thing filled up. Or you could take the whole piece of paper, and you just want to be careful that you don't dump it too much on the coral itself. So you go down like the side. Put it on the other side. Do a little bit right here in front. Then we'll take some of that brush that we were using before. Just brush it off of the coral, whatever's stuck on there. Bring it back around the front. Get it all nice and level. And that looks pretty good. It's not an exact science. The more natural the sand looks probably is the more uneven style sand. So you don't have to get it all perfectly flat and contained. If some falls out, it's totally normal. So that's perfect. There you go. And you got a little bit of sand left over in case something does fall off, or you keep that sand present. And there you are. Hope you guys enjoy your creations. Thanks for watching.